The road to the Super Bowl heads to Baltimore for an AFC Divisional Sunday night matchup. The Ravens put on a show against the Pittsburgh Steelers last week, but now they've got to host a different challenge. They had this road last year and got blown out in the divisional matchup against Buffalo. Now they have to take on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are 2-0 against the Ravens against the playoffs, but they were at home. The first time they've had to go to Baltimore in an AFC playoff game. It's going to be a good one. Tight to the finish. We expect an offensive shootout of a game. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens set host to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a massive AFC divisional round playoff game. You're watching it right here on ASC. And here we go. Justin Tucker gets this round underway. This will go back in the end zone. Richie James will return it from about 2 yards deep. He will take it just across the 25-yard line. And that's where we see Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 MVP. He's also been a Super Bowl MVP twice, won Super Bowl IV and Super Bowl VII just a year ago. He's trying to take his defending champion Kansas City Chiefs back to the Super Bowl. But first, he's got to take on a tough Baltimore defense. They roll out to the 25-yard line to begin the night. Here we go, 2nd down and 7 for Kansas City at the 16. Mahomes looking to try and roll out. He's taken down. Matabike in the backfield waiting for him. Loss of 11, 3rd down and long for Kansas City. And such a good drive, a lot of up-tempo, some explosive plays of 10-plus yards. That one a loss of 11. And this Ravens defense, they tormented Pittsburgh a week ago. Of course, Kansas City faced off with Houston. Mahomes didn't really get touched too much. Right here, a big sack on the opening drive, establishing the tone for this Baltimore defense. So a good stop by the Ravens there. And the field goal for Harrison Butker is up and good. And Kansas City gets the first points of the night. They take a 3-0 advantage against Baltimore. So here we go. We'll see what the Ravens can do with the ball. This will go into the end zone, and Justice Hill will have it for a touchback. Lamar Jackson, 2019 MVP. Of course, we mentioned 0-2 against Kansas City, the 2020 AFC Championship game and the 2021 wildcard game. Both were on the road in Kansas City, but tonight they come into his house. He's had a great season. He's one of the front runners for MVP along with Jared Goff and Christian McCaffrey. He will come out to his 25 and look to respond after the Kansas City opening drive. So now from the 40, see what the Ravens can do. Pretty slow start to this drive. Fake to Dobbins. Jackson is sacked. Taken down back at the 31 by Leo Chanel. And a huge sack. Kansas City gets one after they were sacked on the opening drive by Matabike. Leo Chanel comes the other way. Big sack of Lamar Jackson, 2nd and 19. The only difference was Kansas City was at least in scoring range. The Ravens are still in their own territory, and this defensive line for Kansas City didn't even get one sack against Houston. They changed that around with a sack of Lamar Jackson. 3rd and 17, long way to go for the Ravens. Kansas City defense playing strong in the early going. Jackson looking, firing deep downfield for Andrews. Oh, what a catch! Mark Andrews puts the Ravens down to the 27. A gain of 40 from Jackson to Andrews as they connect for a massive gain. And just like that, the Ravens are in Kansas City territory. And more importantly, a 3rd and 17 conversion goes for 40. Look at this, one-on-one. And just Mark Andrews, big body tight end, get in front of the corner. And Edwards couldn't do anything about it. So a nice play by Andrews, and now the Ravens set up at the 27-yard line. Jackson throws. Dobbins. Oh, the ball's out! It's scooped up by Cook. Cook going back the other way, and it's going to be tackled down by Linderbaum. Oh, the Ravens had the huge play to Andrews, and J.K. Dobbins fumbles it. And just like that, the Chiefs will get it right back. Just Dobbins had possession, and what a hit by L'Jarius Sneed, forcing the fumble. And out comes Mahomes in the offense, looking to capitalize and go up by 2 possessions. From the 17. Chiefs on the move, looking to keep it going. Mahomes looking, firing, end zone, Kelsey, touchdown, Kansas City. And they find the end zone first here in this divisional matchup. And of course, it's number 87, Travis Kelce, a playoff touchdown machine, gets it right here on the corner route. Matched up with Roquan Smith. Never put a linebacker on Travis Kelce, and the Ravens learned that early. A 17-yard strike. And the Chiefs, pending the extra point here, looking to go up 10-0. Fireworks early. They got the field goal in the opening drive. They forced the fumble and cashed in with 7. So now, from the 35, Ravens, again, looking to just keep up and put up some points on the board here. Jackson going to pull it to the outside. Lamar Jackson, inside the 20, makes a move, and is down to about the 10. Down to the 11. What a run by Lamar Jackson. Did it against Pittsburgh. His legs were so deadly, and early on, doing it against Kansas City. That RPO is so dangerous with Lamar. Just don't know whether he's going to keep it, and if he does, what he's going to do with his legs. And he took some ankles right there on that play. So we'll see if the Ravens hike it here. They will with a second to go. Jackson going to keep it, try to get to the outside. He cannot get anything. Loss of 1. And that will end the quarter. So Kansas City defense ending off the quarter strong. They're up 10-0 against Baltimore. So now 4th and 6. Ravens just going to send out Justin Tucker, Mr. Automatic, as they call him, who will bang in this three-pointer. 10-3, so the Ravens at least get on the board, but they're still down by 7, trailing at home. 4th down and inches, Kansas City going for it. One of the most aggressive teams on 4th down this year. Mahomes going to roll out to the right. Plenty of room. Mahomes going to scramble and get the first down. So now from the 26-yard line, this all happened thanks to the Mahomes 4th and inches conversion to keep this drive alive. Man in motion's Noah Gray. Mahomes pitch Pacheco to the outside. Gets a block. Pacheco all the way. Touchdown Kansas City. And this all of a sudden's a 16-3 game. How about Pacheco? And this Kansas City team has been so well known for their passing, has been running all over the Ravens. They held Pittsburgh to just 40 yards rushing a week ago, and Kansas City has had that in not even one half. Unreal. And now this is a 17-3 game, so the Ravens got blown out at home against Buffalo a year ago in the Divisional. Looks like it's going to happen again. 2-minute warning in the half. Chiefs up 17-3 on the road. 3rd and 12. They converted a 3rd and 17 earlier with 2 minutes in the half. They desperately need more points. Jackson firing one-on-one. Oh, what a snag! Flowers airborne with the catch. And the rookie from Boston College makes another spectacular play this season. He was very quiet in the game against Pittsburgh. He's been very quiet tonight, as well as just a second catch. But it's a huge one on 3rd and 12 to move the sticks. One-on-one with Snead, who forced the fumble on Dobbins. Look at Flowers fading away off the ground, making the catch. 2nd down and 10 from the 16. Less than a minute to go. Ravens still with 2 timeouts. Jackson has Andrews. Andrews still fighting in. Touchdown Baltimore. Mark Andrews would not go down, and the Ravens get some points before the half. And they desperately needed that. That puts the crowd back into the game and puts these Ravens squad back in it as well. Just Andrews on the slant. Got open. The Chiefs played zone, which I'm pretty impressed they did. But Mark Andrews, big tight end, big body, fought into the end zone, not getting denied. And Baltimore has cut it down to a 1-possession game. Battling back from adversity, 17-10. So Kansas City will just let it tick down to the end of the half. They will have a 7-point lead going into the break. Baltimore gets it to start the second half, a perfect opportunity for them to try and tie up this game. Long from over. 17-10, 30 minutes of ball left to be played here in Baltimore after the intermission. So now 3rd and 14. They've been the masters of converting on 3rd and long all day. Jackson looking around and into the arms of a spinning Omenihu, who gets the sack. 4th and 21. They can't convert here, and Kansas City gets their second sack of the game. Look at Omenihu, who spins and has a wide open lane to Lamar Jackson. One of the most creative sacks I think we've seen all year. Look at O'Menihue spins and sees a chance to sack number 8. So now Kansas City at their own 22-yard line. Gray in motion again. He's been in motion a lot this game. Fake to Pacheco. On a move to the right. Being chased, just flings it up. Oh, what a catch. And he's in bounds. MVS made a similar catch for 22 against Houston. This one's a gain of 26. Unbelievable. Mahomes just flinging it down there and saying, well, MVS has to be there. And he was. And look at this catch. MVS, of course, did it for Aaron Rodgers, doing it for Mahomes here. They're down in 6 from the 49. Mahomes looking around, has a wide open lane, plenty of green. Mahomes inside the 25. Oh, the ball popped out, and it pushed them back a yard. It's out of the 27. Oh, Mahomes taking off. 4 rush for 64. Even Mahomes has over 50 yards rushing. Unbelievable how well the Chiefs' rushing attack has worked today. Look at that. Just a huge hit by Smith, and the ball goes flying out. Or rather, Kyle Hamilton knocked it out. So now 2nd and goal from the 2. They bring McKinnon in to replace Pacheco. Give it to him. McKinnon in for the touchdown, Kansas City. They have ran all over the Ravens all night, and that continues with their 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. Unbelievable what Kansas City's been doing here. Of course, they won by 9 against Houston. They have a tougher challenge in Baltimore, and they're doing even better than what they were last week. This team, of course, lost a lot of games they should not have, 11-6 in the regular season. But that has not stopped them this postseason. On the road, they rarely have to play playoff games on the road. Doing so in Baltimore and not letting the atmosphere affect them one bit. And they are up 24-10 on the Ravens. From the 19. Here's a fake to Dobbins. Jackson on the move. Out to the right. Sitting, firing for Bateman. Oh, what a catch. Rashad Bateman has had a monster night and a big-time catch, putting the Ravens already inside Kansas City territory. And how about Jackson showing off his inner Mahomes? Mahomes made the completion to MVS earlier. That one was a bit deeper. Look at this. Back at his own 15, is launching it. And Bateman on the catch. Snead trailing. Could not catch Bateman. So after all that, the Ravens can only settle for 3. As here's Tucker's kick up and through. 2 for 2 on the night. They cut the lead down to 11. Down 24-13. Looking to try and make a big comeback. And that will end the quarter. 15 minutes for Baltimore down by 11. We've seen many comebacks in the NFL this year, but can it happen in the playoffs? Chiefs up by 11. So now here's Harrison Butker to make the lead 14 again, and perfect. Great night for the Kansas City and Baltimore, both kicking. Both kickers are now 2 for 2. 2 best kickers in the league, keeping their teams in it. 3rd down and 1. Ravens have got to find the end zone here. Jackson to throw a quick pass. Intercepted! L'Jarius Sneed gonna run it out. Sneed is wrapped up by Jackson. I said they needed the end zone, but they didn't need to throw it to the other team. And Kansas City with 9 minutes to go can try and tick this down to the end, up by 14 points. So a nice long drive wasting a lot of clock will end in 3. And that's all Kansas City really needed. They're up 30-13. They've dominated the whole night. And they're looking to advance to their 6th straight AFC Championship game. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Kansas City up 30-13. 3rd down and 1. Quick snap. Jackson wide open for the touchdown. Baltimore, Nelson Aguilar. And a little bit late for a comeback, but if Baltimore can stop Kansas City and get a quick touchdown, it's not over yet. They have all 3 timeouts with 1:12. Just don't know if that's possible, especially when you're playing a team such as Kansas City. And still a good way to end off, though. Nice touchdown throw by Lamar Jackson and Nelson Aguilar. That interception in the end zone really could have been the difference if Baltimore could have came back or not. Because right now, it could have been a 30-27 game, but instead, it's a 30-20 pending the extra point here by Justin Tucker. He usually makes most of his extra points here. He hasn't missed in a while. We'll see if that stays the same here, and it will. 30-20. Lead is 10 with 1:12 left to go. So here we go. Jackson is going to throw it up. It will be bobbled around and incomplete. So the Ravens, for the second year in a row, lose by 10 or more at home in the divisional round. The Bills beat them 27-6 last year. Kansas City takes them down 30-20 here. And for the Chiefs, a sixth straight AFC Championship game appearance. And for the first time ever, a chance to go win back-to-back Super Bowls. The Packers got so close. Of course, they won Super Bowl I, Super Bowl II. They lost to the Steelers. But Kansas City, of course, they could do it this year. You know, the 11-6, don't let that record fool you. They're one of the best teams in the postseason all time. Their stats show for it, and even this game shows for it. They beat a team with 2 more wins than them, but it just shows you the playoffs, you just never know what can happen. And Kansas City's path will continue after their big win today. 30-20, they take down the Ravens. And for Baltimore, it is till next season. So a 10-point win for Kansas City. They get the job done on the road in Baltimore. And this team just so good in the postseason. We've seen it before, seeing it now here. Mahomes had 7 incompletions, 234 yards and a touchdown. It's that Chiefs running game that really helped them get the win. Pacheco with 115 yards on the ground. Lamar Jackson, 365 through the air, had a really nice day. Mark Andrews and Rashad Bateman led the way receiving, as the Ravens unfortunately get eliminated in the divisional for the second year in a row. This is ASC, signing off.